players, welcome to the Pot Limit Omaha Poker Tutorial. Pot Limit Omaha, or often known as PLO, is one of the most action-packed, fun, skill-oriented form of poker. Today in this tutorial, we'll be talking about the basic rules of the game and how does it differ from Texas Hold'em. And last but not least, we'll be talking about betting as well as the meaning of pot limit. Let's get down to it. Just like in Texas Hold'em, the daily button moves clockwise around the table. It starts by two players placing force bets. These are known as blinds. The small blind and the big blind. The cards are then dealt, and there are 4 rounds of betting. The pre-flop, on the flop, on the turn, and finally the river. The major difference compared to Hold'em is that in Omaha, each player is dealt 4 whole cards, face down instead of 2. You're still trying to make the best 5-card poker hand. You must only use 2 cards from your hand and 3 of the 5 community cards that are available on the board. It will be a little bit complicated for Hold'em players at first, but you'll get the hang of it. Now let's look at some examples. You've been dealt the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Diamonds, the King of Hearts, and the King of Diamonds. The board shows all 4 queens and the 9 of spades. So what's your hand? The answer is Queen full of aces. We took 3 of the community cards and 2 of our own whole cards to make the best 5-card hand. Here's another. You've been dealt the Queen of Spades, the Jack of Clubs, the 9 of Clubs, and the 8 of Hearts. The board reads 9 of Spades, Queen of Clubs, 10 of Spades, Ace of Spades, and the King of Spades. What's your hand this time? The answer is a straight. 10 to Ace. If you answered Ace High Flush, remember that in Omaha, you must only use 2 of your whole cards to make a 5-card hand. In this case, you couldn't just play your Queen of Spades like you would in Hold'em. Now let's talk about pot limit. In the hand of Pot Limit Omaha, your bet is limited to the size of the pot. Unlike in Hold'em, you can't go all in without the pot being big enough first. In this example, the blinds are 200 and 400. The hand starts with a total of 600 in the pot. An opponent bets 400, the size of the big blind, which is the minimum amount allowed. So let's just say if you want to raise, what is the maximum bet size? There is a simple way to work this out. Just take the size of the pot, which is now 1000, and double the amount of the bet you're facing, which is 800. Therefore, the maximum amount that we can bet is 1,800. Even with these limits in play, the pot can still get relatively big fast, which makes it hard for you to intimidate your opponents with all-in moves or huge overbets. Players generally see flops cheaper, which makes Omaha a more action-packed game with more strategy involved. Have fun playing, and good luck at the tables!